Welcome to the show, Edgar Allan hosts. This is Robin.
And this is Bree.
And we're a menace to society.
Today, we will be looking at some Reddit stories. Specifically, some Am I the Asshole stories. And we will decide, are they the asshole?
I have no idea about, Am I the Asshole stories. I only get them on, TikTok with the weird crafting videos.
I get them with the Minecraft parkour.
I know, a few stories, but I don't think you particularly picked those super popular ones.
I didn't pick the ones that I already saw. I do browse Reddit at times, so I just went through a lot of them, and I might have also picked some questionable ones where it isn't quite clear, so we can have a proper discussion.
Well, I'm excited.
Hell yeah!
And some I just made sure that we can rage about.
I'm a rough one with those stories.
Oh yes, you
I'm,
are. You definitely are.
I'm totally a moral discussion person. I barely ever pick sides.
You should have told me that beforehand. Because
you know me.
Yeah, but Reddit is just that, just one side. Why were you like, that's such a good idea then?
Like you're reading me something.
Okay, this story is actually posted on both r/Am I the Asshole and r/Petty Revenge. My half-sister wanted to show up in a wedding dress to my engagement party, so I changed the party theme so she would fit right in. My half-sister, Heather, and I never really got along. We both were 24. My father left my mother for her mother when we were born in the same month, 20 days apart. It has always been weird. It doesn't help that Heather's mom hates me and my mom. By extension, Heather and I didn't have the best relationship. She has always tried to one-up me, even though we both have similar economic backgrounds. I can give examples of this, but for the sake of the word limit, I won't write them here. So now, my fiance and I got engaged last month and had our engagement party this Saturday. We had planned it to originally be a casual, formal event. Nice dresses, but not I am going to the Met Gala ball. Nice. More like we are going to a good restaurant. Nice. Anyway, my cousin hits me up, saying she has to show me something. It was the picture of the dress Heather was gonna wear. Now I have a link here to show the dress. This dress, Jesus Christ, it can only be described as opulent. It was long and white, strapless, with sewn in crystals and golden accents. I'm pretty sure it's a wedding dress, but I can't be 100% certain. But the lady on the picture is not Heather. It is also not the dress she wore. I looked for a picture that looked approximately like the dress.
Okay.
This is the dress.
Wait a damn minute.
How can she not be certain that this is a wedding dress?
It's definitely a wedding dress, isn't it?
Something with this cut and this amount of
You're just missing the veil at this point.
Yeah. Showing up to an engagement party in a wedding dress, that's something.
It's interesting, but we're getting to the petty revenge part. It's gonna get good from now on. This made me really mad, so I decided, fuck that. And I started texting people that there had been a change of plans. And then instead of a casual formal, I just decided to make a costume party. My mother's side is crazy for Halloween, so they were immediately on board. I told my father via text and asked for him to relay the message to Heather and her mother, knowing full well that he would forget or leave it to the last minute. Saturday comes along, guests start to show up, most of them in costumes, some didn't have time to get one, we just provided them with fun hats and cheap wigs. Which I also think is very sweet. Heather, my dad, and her mother come 1 hour late. As soon as she noticed everyone was either wearing elaborate costumes or weird accessories, and she didn't stand out, she lost it. Especially when my fiance came along and told her that her bride dress looks amazing for a cheap costume.
Emotional damage!
She left crying, and her mother and my father told me that I was being childish and I could have told Heather myself and not have tasked my father. For those interested, my fiancé was dressed as Bubbles and I was dressed as Mojo Jojo. Hold on, it gets better. My mom and aunts went as Ava. Other memorable costumes were Luffy and Zorro, Ian Malcolm and John Hammond, and Jesus.
Jesus.
There's also an edit to it. Or do you want me to read the full thing?
No, like go with
Okay.
the update.
It's an edit. It's like explaining things why, you know. So why did I invite her? It's one of those weird family situations where not inviting them would have been more dramatic. You know, when you try pleasing everyone. Plus, I still wanted a relationship with my father, so not inviting Heather and her mom would have made things super difficult and made it so that my father would have had to choose.
Fair.
When I kept thinking of it, I noticed that my father wouldn't have chosen me on the scenario, which why I ended up cutting them off.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another comment like, "You let her win?" No. The point of this is to ruin my half-sister's intention. She wasn't just dressed nicely, as some of you put it. She wore a wedding dress to my engagement party. I'd much rather subvert this whole mess rather than have her smugly sit at the table with her wedding dress.
Okay.
So. That was a good story.
That is an easy pick, obviously. Like, no, she's not the asshole. If you ever intend to show up in white or in a white dress or anything that looks even similar to a wedding dress, to an engagement party or to a wedding, shame on you.
Shame on you!
No, so I think if you do this is all intentions just hurting the person and just being
Oh
mean.
yeah, I think she ended up solving this beautifully. Best possible solution ever. Also the Bubbles and Mojo Jojo.
That's amazing costume stuff. But like I think that a lot of times that's actually like with half siblings and like step siblings and stuff, it's just I think it's the parents actually. Kids themselves oftentimes don't have ill intentions against like other kids unless it's like most of the times like parents involved. Poor her kind of just got lost in this whole thing and it's now just a chess piece for her mother to like just make like the girl's life miserable. So it's not
for no reason whatsoever.
It's just really
this
not
was
a good
absolutely
thing.
like, especially like engagement party. It's like, come on, like there's absolutely no reason for you to try to one up the bride to be, you know. And actually somebody else commented exactly what I was thinking too. She'll want to wear it at your wedding too. May I suggest a Renaissance fair theme? Also, what did she think was gonna happen in the half-sister? Like, did she think that she's gonna be like the shit on the party? Everybody's gonna be looking at her like, oh.
Call the police.
Like most people don't say anything. So like if it's just kind of like, you know, if the family situation is that you invite someone to not cause drama, it's the family situation where people don't want to cause drama.
Fair.
She probably thought that nobody's gonna like say anything anyways, knowing her family. There's also stories where people actually like threw out the people that came in white and like straight up started like drama and fighting. You're gonna know your family.
Like, I don't even need to get paid for that. I would just show up at your wedding if you knew someone's gonna pull shit like that, and I will just spill wine on them on accident.
On
accident.
It's like a little bit like the Midnight Barber. Like you just come around with splash people with wine and just leave
and then
again.
leave. I do my best work when you're oblivious. Next good one, in my opinion. Am I the asshole for bringing my sister-in-law's wallet to the restaurant when she conveniently always forgets it? This also feels a little bit like petty revenge, right?
I had a person similar like that actually, roaming around me, like constantly, conveniently not having money with them while I was in school. I was collecting change to like buy myself something like nice to eat once in a while, and I was always like, could you buy me something too? It's like, how could you buy yourself
also,
your own stuff?
I paid so much for other people. My female 28 sister-in-law, Amy, female 26, always comes to visit from out of town. She stays with us instead of a hotel and always wants to go to expensive restaurants. She always conveniently forgets her wallet, or domes up with some excuse as to why she can't pay her share. She has implied that since I make much more money than her, I should be the one to pay. Not my husband should pay, but me specifically. I do make a fair amount of money, but not so much that I can treat someone every time they come into town. Nonetheless, in the past I have just paid the bill and asked her to pay me back. She never has.
Just PayPal.
Yeah. Anyway. She had made a reservation at an extremely expensive restaurant last night, and before we left, I made it clear that I wouldn't be paying her bill. This is where I might be the asshole, and I'll admit, I got this move straight from an episode of 2.5 Men.
I know that episode of 2.5 Men.
As we were leaving, her and my husband went to the car. I pretended I forgot something and went back inside. I found her wallet sitting right on top of her suitcase. I put it in my purse and we went to the restaurant. When we were done eating, I asked for separate bills. She said, no, we need to get one bill because she forgot her wallet again. I reached in my purse and said, this wallet?
Surprise, bitch.
She was extremely furious. She said that I should not have touched or grabbed her wallet. So am I the asshole for taking her wallet and bringing it to the restaurant? Oh yeah, also there's an edit. Amy just called me and saw the post and she yelled at me for bad-mouthing her on the internet. Honestly, I don't care, Amy. Hopefully you're reading all these comments and it's a wake-up call for you. Fuck you, Amy.
The thing I don't understand is that she knows she's not paying for stuff, but she's still going with her.
I mean, it's also like, which I find also even more just the audacity. It's
Yeah,
the
but
sister-in-law.
Just besides the audacity of her constantly not paying and forgetting her wallet, it's just kind of stupid to like still if you know she's not paying you back and she's never taking a wallet, to still go with her. You know,
Fool me once, shame on you.
fool me twice, shame on me. And if you continue on with this, you just make yourself look stupid.
But I feel like this is also like kind of a peacekeeper situation.
Could be.
It's a sister-in-law. That's what is catching me.
Obviously, like the situation of her wanting not her brother to pay for her, but like her brother's wife.
Yeah.
Completely weird. Like, this is a group of people of idiots.
Also, I love that she made the reservation. If you like invite somebody, you're paying. Obviously, if you're like, oh yeah, I'm inviting you out to eat, I am implying that I'm gonna be paying.
Still, it's, as I said, it's like so stupid. Like, I would not continue like to go to a restaurant with a person that I know is constantly not paying and also not paying me back. Because if she would like at least Venmo or PayPal me back, go out to eat with someone. In that case, I just say like, if you're coming around to town, we're just gonna cook at home, bro. I'm cooking you spaghetti with tomato sauce, bro. This is all you're getting.
If you're not paying up for it, you're not getting fancy lobster. I just love the move. I can just imagine her being like, oh yeah, I forgot my wallet. You mean this wallet? Okay, next up. Claim my music as yours. Have fun trying to remake it. I picked this one because music.
Because music.
She does music. In case you didn't know.
I linked my music video
Yeah, I know.
at the end, so like I think they know at this point.
I met my roommate in college 5 years ago. We were both going for studio engineering and music production. We became great friends almost instantly. We would often share beats with one another and also collaborate on some projects together.
Wish that was me.
At one point, maybe you won't wish that was you if you
No, I
finish
mean
this.
like in general, like that, because I barely have people that I can share like music stuff
Okay,
with.
fair. At one point, we were marketing ourselves as a duo for music production.
Mm-hmm.
We were trying to get noticed by more famous artists. We made trap and R&B beats.
Mm-hmm.
Some local artists have used our beats, but no one major. Here is a quick side note. Whenever we would send out beats, we would send them in .wave files, and it would always be in a loop. never the complete beat.
Mhm.
Never the actual project file. This to protect us from thieves.
Yeah,
Thieves.
obviously.
Yeah.
That's why, because beats are a little different. Like
Yeah.
I personally like I do like rock music, right? So there's my voice in there, and like if I send something out, it's like a finished project. You cannot take my voice out anymore. So like it's really like a finished thing,
Yeah.
and I can obviously always prove that I'm the one who did this.
During the holidays, I went home. He stayed behind. I sent him over a loop in a .wav file. I'm on Snapchat. He's in the studio with a local artist playing my loop.
Mhm.
At first, I'm super stoked. I try to FaceTime my roommate. He doesn't answer. He just sends me a message saying, send over the project file. I try to FaceTime him again. He doesn't answer. Right away, I know what he's trying to do. So instead, I go over to the local artist's Instagram and check his story. It's him in the studio with my roommate, and the artist says, yeah, I'm here in the studio about to hop on this track. That's my man, insert my roommate's name. Now I'm livid. I tried calling my roommate again. He answers, and my first question was, why is he saying that it's your beat? My roommate just says, you know how it is, man, just send over the project file. So I can arrange it for him. He's ready to go right now.
It is what it is. You know the trip, bro.
I hang up and never send the file over. He calls me over 20 times and he sends me a message saying, that's fucked up. That could have been our big break. You know, he knows people in ATL and NYC. I was gonna tell him it wasn't mine. Fuck you, bro. You just ruined us. Now he left. You made me look stupid. I didn't respond. Instead, I messaged the artist explaining the situation and told him I could be in his area if he really wanted the beat. I told him I lived 20 minutes outside the city and could be there in about an hour. Now remember, this is a local artist, no one famous by any means. He does know people, but he himself is not famous. So he responds and tells me to come through. I play the full beat for him and he says he wasn't feeling it anymore, which artists say a lot. He then goes on to tell me that my roommate tried for hours to remake my beat, but he couldn't even figure out the drum pattern. That's how I knew that he lied about the beat being his. He even called him out, and my roommate still said it was his beat, but he was drinking and smoking when he made it. Now he will never trust him again, and he told all of his homies to do the same. Now local artists don't want to work with my roommate because they don't know if what he brings is stolen or not, which everyone knows in the music world is a really bad idea. Bottom line, don't try and steal from me, but now I gotta find a new place to live.
No, like don't try to like steal stuff that you can't remake, because it's gonna make yourself look silly. If you want to see if someone actually did something or is actually able to do something, just make them like redo it, because you're gonna see if that person stole it. They ain't gonna be able to like redo the whole thing again.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Anyway, I saved that one just for you.
Silly. Don't steal from artists. Do your own stuff, or like look for something that you're good at.
Stupid!
This was gonna be a spicy one. Well, not like spicy, but like yikes, spicy.
Yikes, spicy.
Am I the asshole for not defending my mom when my wife insulted her to our kids?
They always make those titles so clickbaity.
Well, that's yeah.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
I
Because
mean,
you're
let's be
obviously-
fair. That's the reason why I clicked on it.
Yeah, fair, but like it's obviously clickbait works.
I read
right?
through a lot
But
of stories, but that was like,
it's so cheap, kind of.
yeah, it is.
Oh,
Defend your own mother.
Like defend your own mother, bro.
Anyway, my dad is a huge asshole.
That's the way to start it. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay,
My
we're gonna go hard at
Yeah,
the
we
beginning.
will. My mom comes off as very sweet, but she chooses to stay with him. She is not financially dependent or afraid of him. It took me a while to see it, but I guess she isn't that great either, because if she was, she sure as hell wouldn't be with him.
Do they explain why the dad is the asshole?
Not that much. Like, only important to the story, but not further than that.
Because love falls where love falls.
Yeah. So, my father promised us all a family vacation in February. My siblings and I decided on Turks. And have been planning ever since. Needless to say, my kids were excited. Note, I don't truly think my dad gets what a big deal it is, as he's always on vacation. My dad does not like my wife. Never has. And over Christmas, he became irate over what we got my mom for Christmas and how mother-in-law got a lot more from us. He uninvited us from the trip and berated us. Our kids are devastated, but I don't think he ever even considered them. My mom came over today to drop off a gift that arrived late for our son. The kids are very upset about the trip and didn't want to see her. She claimed she felt bad and said she would talk to him for the kids.
The kids?
Yeah. My daughter told my son that maybe it would work because my mom is nice, my dad isn't.
So like the kids said that?
Yeah. My wife was annoyed by this and corrected our daughter. She said my mom isn't nice. She's weak and selfish. And nice people don't stay married to not nice people. And if you really want to be nice, you have to put the right thing before what makes you happy. My mom was clearly shocked. She turned to me and asked if I was really going to let her treat her like that. I shrugged and said she was right.
Huh? What?
My mom told me to f off and left. We are still uninvited from the trip, banned from their house, and my dad sent us a nasty message and says we'll never get anything from him again.
So that's the end of the story.
That's the end of the story.
I can't agree that like nice people don't stay married to not nice people. Obviously love is very complicated. For a lot of people, just their partner being not the nicest person is not necessarily a reason to get divorced. So if the mom actually like has something that she loves about the dad, maybe he even just shows her specific sides of himself that the children have never gotten to see.
Being an asshole with absolutely everyone except your wife,
Yeah, or like maybe she even fell in love with something that is no longer there, but she kind of believes that it's still inside there somewhere. Personally, I think actually like they're the asshole, to be honest. You never have the right to decide like over someone or force someone if they should stay together with someone else. So you can actually give your opinion if asked.
If requested, just out of the blue.
If someone does not seem to need either your help, so being in like danger and needs your help and your advice, or if they never ask for it, you should probably not give your opinion on it. And if you do give your opinion, it still doesn't mean that someone has to take it.
But to put in another point as well, the first comment is also just absolutely amazing. Please explain how accepting a free vacation from a huge asshole makes you any different than the woman who stays with said asshole.
Damn!
Your butt hurt because you didn't get something for free from somebody you seem to dislike.
Like if someone that I don't like invites me for vacation for free, I still wouldn't take it, even if it's vacation for free. I think there's a lot of like unsolved issues there, but I think actually like the people, like everyone's an asshole, but the people who actually like wrote this, the author is like the biggest asshole. I don't think like, I don't know, like a real big asshole
would invite somebody on a free vacation.
Would they really invite you for free? I don't know. I never had someone who's a huge asshole invite you for a free vacation, like pay for everything with all your family, not just you, but your wife and your kids too.
Being upset that it didn't work out, but bashing somebody else for staying with the person you were about to go on vacation with. It's like,
just to conclude, I just think that first of all, like, don't accept gifts and don't accept anything from someone you consider an asshole. If you ever write something like this, at least like put in why you think they're an asshole, so people just at least know what that person did to deserve that title, and never actually get the idea that you are the one who can like decide who should stay with whom, especially if there's no reason.
These were some Reddit stories. I tried to look for things that haven't gone viral on the internet yet.
Fair, because I would have probably seen them.
Yeah. Did you know any of those beforehand?
No, but like I think a lot of them, like a lot of Reddit stories, are actually pretty similar. Like I don't know if they're like stolen or just like rewritten, because you also don't know if they actually happened or if this is all just kind of like just imagination.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. I find it really hard sometimes because it's like I love debating, and I also love like moral like questions and stuff. So I'm like a person who has like talk about stuff a lot. So it's really hard to like just get to one point and just agree if someone is the bad guy or not. You did great.
Thank you. We hope you enjoyed it too. If you have other subreddits you would like us to visit, I personally have a lot of ideas. Just write it down into the comments. Let us know.
Leave a like, consider subscribing, comment something nice, and
I heard you're supposed to hit a bell too.
hit the bell, beat the living hell out of the spell. And other than that, I think we're done here.
Yeah.
Bye!
Sorry.
Today.
Sorry.
Existential crisis.
Hell, I tell you. Hell. Show me some. Lubricate those vocal cords. I get it, you all don't have dads. I do. I fucking love my dad.
I love it.